Imagine flying back home from a tiring business trip, looking forward to hugging your two toddlers, only to walk into your own bedroom and find your husband completely naked, desperately trying to block the door. This is not a scene from a Hollywood psychological thriller. This is the real-life nightmare of world-famous CBS anchor Gayle King. For decades, she has been the poised, unbreakable face of morning television, interviewing the world's biggest celebrities. But just hours ago, during an explosive, raw appearance on the record-breaking podcast Call Her Daddy with host Alex Cooper, Gayle King completely shattered her perfect image. She walked the world through the most devastating, jaw-dropping betrayal of her entire life. The exact night she caught her husband, William Bumpus, cheating on her inside their family home. But here is the ultimate twist that has left millions of listeners completely horrified. The woman cowering naked behind the bedroom door wasn't a random stranger. It was one of Gayle King's closest, most trusted friends, a woman her own young children affectionately called Aunt. How did a canceled flight expose a secret web of lies? What terrifying warning sign did Gayle notice months before that she deeply regrets ignoring? Watch this video until the very end, because the details of this high-profile betrayal, a bizarre police intervention, and the frantic phone call to Oprah Winfrey are about to expose the darkest side of celebrity relationships. To understand the intense suspense of that fateful night in 1990, you have to realize that Gayle King believed she was living a perfect fairy tale. She had been married to William Bumpus, a successful attorney, for 8 years. They had 2 beautiful young children, Kirby and Will, who were just 2 and 3 years old at the time. Gayle was genuinely happy, completely oblivious to any marital issues. But fate has a strange way of revealing the truth. Gayle had driven herself to the airport for a scheduled trip to Washington, D.C., but due to a sudden, chaotic weather delay, her flight was abruptly canceled. Stranded at the airport, she didn't even have time to call her husband to say she was coming back. She simply hopped back into her car and drove home, completely unaware that she was walking straight into a trap. When she stepped inside her house, the first red flag triggered her instincts. The security alarm was fully set. Gayle found this incredibly bizarre because her husband was supposed to be home alone. And as she put it, he was a grown man who absolutely never set the house alarm when he was by himself. Before she could even process this strange detail, the master bedroom door flew open. Her husband came running out into the hallway, wearing nothing but a towel. The panic on his face was undeniable. He looked at Gayle and yelled that she could not go inside the room. Gayle was so innocent and trusting at the time that she was completely confused, thinking someone had broken into the house to rob them. But as her husband desperately tried to block her path, the ugly truth finally clicked in her mind. She pushed past him and began searching the room. What she found next would permanently scar her heart. There, cowering in absolute terror behind the bedroom door, was her close female friend, wrapped up in one of Gayle's own luxury bath towels. The shock was paralyzing. Gayle looked at the woman who had been a regular guest in her home and said, "I thought we were friends. I cannot believe you are doing this." Instead of showing remorse, her husband's immediate reaction was pure cowardice. He told Gayle he was going to drive the mistress to the train station so her own husband wouldn't find out about the affair. They literally walked out, leaving Gayle completely alone in the house with her sleeping children. Traumatized and broken, Gayle made a frantic, tearful call to her absolute best friend, media mogul Oprah Winfrey. When Oprah heard that the cheating husband had actually abandoned Gayle to escort the mistress to a train station, Oprah's jaw dropped. She told Gayle, "Oh girl, you don't even know how bad this is." Oprah immediately ordered Gayle to call the mistress's husband, a man named Richard. But the nightmare took an even darker twist. When Gayle called Richard to expose the affair, the man completely gaslit her. He told Gayle she was entirely delusional, revealing that his wife had already called ahead with a fabricated story claiming Gayle had lost her mind and misread a completely innocent situation. To make matters even more surreal, the house alarm that was triggered when Gayle walked in had quietly alerted the local police. Multiple officers suddenly showed up at the front door. After confirming that Gayle was physically safe and that no robbery was taking place, the officers realized who she was and casually asked her for autographs, right in the middle of her life collapsing. Gayle eventually divorced William Bumpus in 1993, but the scars of that betrayal lingered for decades. During her conversation on Call Her Daddy, Gayle admitted to a chilling warning sign she had ignored months prior to the incident. She recalled watching her husband and that exact friend play a casual game of tennis. When her friend yelled out, "Nice shot, Bill," the hair on the back of Gayle's neck stood up. There was an intense, undeniable intimacy in the woman's voice that made Gayle highly uncomfortable, yet she brushed it off, a decision she deeply regrets to this day. Gayle concluded the interview by stating that her main thought back then was protecting her kids and hiding the shame from the public, a choice she proudly declares she would never make today. What do you think about this brutal celebrity betrayal? Would you ever be able to forgive a friend who did this to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay alert, keep your eyes open, and we will see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe Trexera. Thanks for watching.